Who up, bitch? Hey, I'm just bored and up. This video won't stay up. I'm just up, seeing who's up, just to chat. How are y'all? Mhm. Hey, Reggie, how are you? Why y'all not sleep? It is 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night owl, so I'm always up. Why are y'all not sleep? Oh, come on, lunch. You work at night? With you work overnight? I am doing pretty good. I went to sleep most of yesterday and most of the day before. So now my sleeping is off. I just kind of woke up, not maybe like a couple hours ago, but I wasn't sleepy. Just have tons of thoughts going through my head, and so I was like, okay, let me get up here and get on live, see who's up late night on a late night creep, and decided to come and see what was up. How are y'all doing? The extra people. What do you do for work, Reggie? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Slick and salacious. Hey, how are you? I appreciate it. Oh, okay. What do y'all do this late at night? What does a technician that is not, what do y'all do at this late? Hey, girl. How are you? Miss Milborn. That's how you say your last name, isn't it? Milborn? Milburn or Milborn? Melbourne? I can't remember your last name. Um, how are you? What's going on in Austin? Good. I gave up on creeping. Guys come with too much drama and risk. We're running the test on the samples. We get samples from all over the state of Florida, and they don't arrive until 1 or 2 a.m. Oh, okay. The samples of what? Diagnostic of what? Like, what are you testing? I still do a little bit of creeping, slick. I still do a little bit of creeping, That sometimes that's a part of the allure, the creep. So, but I don't creep somewhere else. I creep within my, you know, I don't do no. I host. I don't do no. I don't go nowhere. So I'm pretty safe in my own shit because I have, you know, protections. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Are y'all drinking y'all waters? Are y'all taking your baths? I just got out of the bathtub. I feel clean and smooth. Oh my god! You know how your body feels when you first get out of the bathtub. It's like ooh, yeah. So I just took a lovely hot ass, almost maybe too hot ass bath. You know how you You know, you get the hot ass bath, and and you it's so hot that you gotta sit still because if you move, it make it hotter. Like as soon as you move some waves, it's like, woo, you gotta sit still in it. That's how hot it was. Yeah. So I have been really eating really well. Not really, really well, but well enough to where, I'm cooking for myself. And basic blood work, like your routine panel that your doctor will order for you, you work with the clinic and not people enough. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All luxurious and supple. Yes. Hey, Allure. Right. You got to get used to the heat of the water. Yes, I have been, yes, eating really well, cooking. I love to cook actually, but I actually love to cook for people, not really cook for myself. I like the ritual of cooking for other people. I love the response. I love to see people eat my food and they love it. I love the enjoyment. I get enjoyment of seeing someone eat my food and like it. So I like cooking for other people. That's why I usually only cook like Thanksgiving and that kind of stuff. But because of this quarantine shit and, fast food restaurants being closed, deliveries getting weird, I've been kind of doing a lot of grocery shopping and cooking for myself. So the type of foods that I have been cooking for myself and eating have been much, much healthier comparatively to pre-COVID-19. So that's a good thing. I can't say that I'm losing no weight because that bitch still thick and juicy. but but I am eating better. Um, Less salt, less preservatives, more fruit, more vegetables, stuff that I'm, just that you should be eating anyway. Um, I have been, what else kind of self care stuff have I been doing? Of course, bathing really well and more often. Um, Sometimes I shower a lot, because showers are quick and you clean and quick, da da da. Bathing is usually like actually running a bath and taking a bath and that kind of stuff. That in pre-COVID was kind of luxury time. So I'm at home, so I have the luxury of bathing and long periods of time. So I bathe more often in regards to instead of showering. Um, I am a gamer, but I only play one game, and that's Elder Scrolls. So I used to play like Destiny and shit like that, but now I just play one because it's just fun, and I enjoy the community on my game, so that's keeping my mind off of stuff. Um, and just avoiding shit. I have been avoiding. I've seen that video of the trans girl getting attacked. I'm going to talk about it on Marsha's Play. I'm probably going to talk about it Friday on the official live show here, but I've been trying to avoid it, avoid watching it, avoid engaging. And luckily for me, I am banned on Facebook for 7 days. So that's allowing me forcing me to get out of the way and get out of the conversation. Because I'm trying to avoid it because it's triggering me. I want to kind of go off on a lot of people, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go off Friday and on Marsha's Plate. Marsha's Plate on Thursday, and then here on YouTube on Friday. Yes. Me too. I just made pasta for the first time, and it was nice to make it for my quarantine buddy. Yes, come on, quarantine buddy. I need self care in my life. I take my moans and work as a CNA. It takes its toll on my soul and health. Oh yeah, that's like you're a essential worker, baby. Um, I just made spaghetti and meat sauce. Ooh, so I was supposed to. This is what I have a taste for. I have a taste for catfish salad and spaghetti. So that's a meal that my mother used to cook together on special occasion when when we would first get our food stamps, honey. And we got the coins to go to the store and get something cute. She would cook spaghetti, fried catfish fillets, and salad. And it would be so delicious. And that's what I have a taste for. So I was supposed to cook it yesterday or on the first. So I can't remember. I was supposed to cook it in a few days ago. But all this shit got to popping and I just didn't feel it. Like I just didn't feel it. I didn't I didn't feel it. I didn't feel like going to the grocery store. I didn't feel like doing shit. So I just went to sleep and I didn't do shit. So I am going to go. I just paid my rent. I just paid all my bills. You know how the first just came, so you got to pay all your shit. Um, and so I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get my food for the month, and that's gonna be one of the meals: spaghetti, um, catfish, and salad because that's what I have a taste for. What did you say? I thin the meat sauce with blended veggies, boiled carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, and I loved it. Some flavor, but a bit creamier. Same flavor, but a bit creamier. I see. So you blended that up. So you blended the carrot, broccoli, and cauliflower up like pureed it and put it in the sauce. Is that what you did? Did you get to make it? No. Yeah, I didn't get to make it. I'm going to end up doing it. Oh, that's nice. That's interesting. I'm like, that's interesting. That's an easy way to get your veggie intake without actually, um, like you visualizing the veggie. Because sometimes I try to trick myself in that kind of way. Good morning to you, Diamond. Hey, Lady Scorpio. Good morning to all in the chat. Much from the East Coast. Hey, what time is it there? Like 5:30, like 5:20. Mix it in with the meat and marinara sauce. Yes, that sounds like that probably is good. Like Frito, the veggie blend. Sofrita? Is that how you say it? Sofrito? Is that what they have at Chipotle? I do. That's what I always get at Chipotle. Sofrito. Is that how you say it? Sofrito? I think that's what they have there. The veggie meat instead of just the regular meat. Y'all are up, LOL. Yes, we are up. I am not sleepy, and so I decided to get on and do a live. It's 5:20. Yes, girl. It is 5. It is 4:22 here. Um, yes. Yeah, we're just kicking in and doing our thing. Let me think. I want to do that. I do have some neck bones and some beans in there that I was thinking about cooking, but I just it's an issue when I always overcook neck bones and beans. So I usually have a whole big ass crock pot, and half of it end up going away. So I never really I haven't learned how to. Well, I know how to do it, but I usually don't. Usually I'll get by the time I'm halfway through the big crock pot of beans. If I ain't got nobody coming over, I'm tired of the shit, and that shit will stay in my refrigerator. And by the time I clean it out, it'll be molded. And child, I'm still not doing that. I've been trying to cook shit that I know I'm gonna eat through. So there's some neck bones and beans in there. I got some cabbage and sausage. I usually eat through those. So I got some cabbage and sausage. So I was thinking about that. Um, what else? I was thinking about making a lasagna. I haven't made a lasagna. I haven't made a lasagna in a long time. But I was watching Kiara Sheard and Karen Clark Sheard make a lasagna, and they got me wanting to make a lasagna because that's another thing my mother used to make when it was like when she was feeling fancy. It wasn't nowhere near like the Italians be making it, but it was like the hood lasagna. Honey, the ghetto stuffers. Hey, Jamar, how are you? Long time no see. Oh God, yes. Uh, Jamar, I was just listening to. I was going through um, some of the just cleaning out some of the tracks that I have on my computer, and I found the track that you recorded at my house of Rihanna Diamonds, and I was listening to it. I was like, okay, I remember this. Yeah, I was listening to it. I was like, oh, you need to redo this. We didn't have time to really work on it. It wasn't that bad, but it was, we could have worked on it a little bit now. Hey, salted caramel, love from NZ. Is that New Zealand? Is that New Zealand? You know what? I want to come. If that's New Zealand, I want to come to New Zealand. I know it's not a lot of black people there, but I heard the people there are cool. So you need to show me where the cheap hotels are. So I had to spend $1 million on staying there for a little bit. I would love to come to New Zealand. Um, Flux with shredded carrots, but usually it's in a salad. I'll have to try it because I do give it a nice crunch and sweetness too. And carrots always add a level of sweetness. Carrots and peppers always have a balance of sweetness, especially in something with some heat. Uh huh. I hear it's really pretty. Yeah, they New Zealand, isn't that where they did recorded Lord of the Rings? Like, so it's probably gonna be some sickening things. Yes, come on, host me. Word out. I would live to come through. Um, I was thinking about that. I was thinking like if it had got bad in America, I would just take whatever coins that I had and buy me a ticket to New Zealand and start a whole new a whole new thing. If I'm gonna risk it all, let me risk it somewhere else. But I didn't know how it would be treated or how I would enjoy it with not a lot of black people there. I don't know because I love black people with all my heart. And so going somewhere that doesn't have a lot of black people, I would be so like, oh my God, where are my black folks? Where my community? I would be so devastated. But I don't know, it's so pretty there. So I don't know. I tried on Big Go. I tried on Big Go in case you did the live on there. I couldn't figure it out though. Um, Hey, Miss Andrews, thank you so much. Thank you. Any kind of donation that y'all give me, I always put it towards funding stuff for trans folks through Black Trans Women's Inc. So thank you, I appreciate it. Um, yes, we definitely are really still answering. We're not taking applications for the COVID relief fund because we got so many that we are paying out over time. We got like 164 applications and we gave out like $8,000. But that was only enough we were trying to give people like 150, 125 each, just to help pay some kind of bill. And we gave out like $8,000, but but there still that was only like 64, 65, 67, somewhere around 60, between 60 and 70 applicants that we were able to help, but we got like 164 applicants. So we're still trying to pay folks out, but we ran out of funding and we're still applying for grants and still applying for funding. So any kind of donation y'all give me, I always try to put it towards the Black Trans Women's Inc. Fund. But that also, it just doesn't help Black trans women, any kind of trans men that are in need that I know in my personal circle, that I know I help trans men, any Black women, anything that comes through me. I'm centering Black femme, Black trans femme, but as we go out of that demographic, I help them as well. So I really appreciate anything that y'all get. So thank you so much for giving that. What was I talking about? Oh yes, New Zealand. New Zealand, I would love to just go there to visit. It just seemed like it would be laid back. But I wouldn't understand the microaggressions. I wouldn't know how that works out. Well, when the whole 19 COVID thing is done, not many African Americans, but many Africans just come for the experience. We a lovely bunch, not perfect, but safe for our community. Oh, that's beautiful. Did you see the video of Ayanna Dior getting jumped by a Black man? I absolutely did, Jordan. Jordan, I will not be talking about that on this live. I will be talking about it on Marsha's Plate on Thursday, and I will be talking about it on my live on Friday. Right now, I don't have the capacity to talk about it because of the trauma that has gone on for the past weekend. And I just want to have this conversation be fun and joyous and talking about stuff that makes me happy. But I will be talking about that on Marsha's Play Thursday, and I will be talking about that on my live show, my regular scheduled live show, Friday at between 7 and 8. That's when it starts. So if you want to hear my opinion on that, that's when I'm going to be talking about it. But thank you. What's going on in your life that's happy and joyful? It's really a country recipe, Slick. I have to convince my aunt, and I'm about to teach you how to make it last fall. I know that's right. You know, when I was younger, I was so happy to be. This was the perk of being the queer child in my family, is that because I was the gay little boy when I was little, this is pre-transition when I was, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the cooks, all the women that were the cooks of my family, they didn't mind giving me all the tea, honey. They didn't mind teaching me and showing me everything that they did, having me in the kitchen. It was kind of cute for them. So any little tricks of the trade that the country Mississippi girls did in my family, in my particular family, they did not mind giving me all the tea and little tricks and little secrets. So I love being that person. I love being the person who, knew my aunt's secret that other people didn't and knew my Aunt Joe's tricks. The two cooks in my family is my Aunt Joe, my Aunt Roz, rest in peace, she has passed away. My mother is a really good cook. And me. And now, it's funny because my grandmother has, my grandmother she has one sister. And they grew up together, but she's like the bougie. She's come from that era of, she was born in 48. And so she come from that era, and this is my grandmother. So I know a lot of people's parents who is her age, but my grandmother is her age. She was born in 48. She passed away in 2014, but she was like bougie. So she used to watch Julia Childs. She used to watch Julia Childs. This is my, so I have, her sister was I feel like her sister should have been my grandmother. My Aunt Roz, which is actually my mother's aunt, she's what would that make her? If my mother's aunt is my great aunt? Oh, whatever. So my grandmother's sister. I really feel like my grandmother's sister should have been my grandmother. I hated my grandmother. I loved her sister though. Her sister was everything. My Aunt Rosa, she was a madam. She was a hoe. She was a prostitute. She owned monkeys. She had a mansion. She was hood. She was classy. She was the only bitch who I knew who had furs and shit. she was what I thought was classy because she was black, beautiful, and so and she could cook and always had a nigga and loved dark skinned niggas. So she was like my idol. She just was. She was homey. She was hood and almost feminist. Now, I don't think she used the term feminist, but her actions and things that she said was feminist. But she was homely too. Is homely the right word? Domestic. So she was domestic too. So she knew how to sew. She knew how to fucking cook. Because her mom was from Mississippi, so she taught her all this kind of shit. So she knew how to be hood and fight and read and that, but she also knew how to be domestic and so everything about her I loved. Everything about her I loved. But my grandmother, she was homophobic and shady and late and tired and everything she liked I hated. So my grandmother had like a bookshelf of Julia Child's cookbooks. She would be trying to do Julia Child's recipes, the French cuisine, and I'll be like, this nasty ass shit, if you don't get this shit out of here. And she would be trying to bring green bean casseroles to the Thanksgiving dinner. Bitch, if you don't get this white peckerwood ass cracker shit off our table, get out of here, grandmother. And she would be trying to do like shit that it's just the shit that I consider white people shit. My grandmother lived for that shit because she was like a respectability politics ass bitch. And I did not live. So my grandmother would always try to do hey, bye, it's out the camera. She would always try to do this kind of this shit. And we would not live. But my Aunt Roz, she was the one who would, oh my God, her German chocolate cakes, her caramel cakes, her oh God, she just cooked everything and it was so good. And she was good at savory and baking. She was good at some people in my family, they're good at baking, but not good at savory things. My Aunt Roz was good at everything. She was good at every single thing, like the regular food and the fucking baking. Yes, I miss my Aunt Roz. We're ready for the book. Let me see. Where am I at? I am on. I think I am on. I can't really say what chapter I'm on because I'm working on various chapters at one time. Right now, I am on a chapter where I'm talking about me growing up in a Kojic and an apostolic Christian church, and my experience with patriarchy within the church as a young little boy. And so that's where I'm at in the story now, because I don't think I've ever talked about that. There is a story, I think I've talked about it a little bit. I think that the video is called The Gospel of Diamond Styles or something like that. It's an old video where I talked about how my pastor was jacking off while I was telling him. I think it's called The Gospel of Diamond Styles. It's a short video, but I think it's back in like 2010. But I'm giving that story, but I'm giving you a little bit more in depth of the structure of how my boyhood was attempted to be molded in a certain kind of Christian patriarchal way. And so that's the chapter that I'm working on now. So yeah, writing for me is a chore. I just have to be honest about it. I wish that I had a transcriber that could sit with me, but I don't have tons of resources, and somebody who's me paying somebody for their work, I can't afford it, so I have to do it myself. And so writing for me is a chore. It is sitting down in front of the computer and typing my thoughts out is a chore. I hated it in school. I could talk my ass off. I can tell you and explain theory and da 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 da. But if you want me to sit down and do this fucking paper, I always did papers really, really well because I was really, really thorough, but they took me forever. Um, it's just, yeah, I have just, it's like, do I have like ADD or something? I don't know what it is, but that's what I was, that's what it, that's the issue with reading. With the book. It's just taking forever. Are you gonna have to show us a few dishes? Yes, I might. But do I want y'all in my kitchen? My kitchen all small and little. I don't know. um, have you already seen the series This Is Us? No, I haven't got into it. Is that the one? I think I got into one episode. I think it was. Is that? Didn't they have a Felicia Rashad episode where she was somebody's mama? Was that it? I think I got into that one episode because I'm a Felicia Rashad fan, even though she kind of got some problematic old school respectability politics. And I don't like how she handled that Bill Cosby thing. I thought This Is Us had, hold on, let me check. This Is Us cast. This Is Us cast. Yeah, this is it. This is the show. Yeah, so Beth Pearson, the episode about her life has Felicia Rashad as her as her mother. Yeah, that's it. That's the show. Isn't there a girl? Isn't there a black girl named Beth? It's a black girl with braids named Beth. I think she has braids. Um, Yeah, so there's an episode that talks about her life, her past life, Beth, and it has Felicia Rashad as her mother. Yeah, so there's a you. Well, you're gonna come. I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but there's an episode about Beth where it's talking about her life, and that's the only one I have watched in that whole series. That particular episode, and it was only because of I enjoy Felicia Rashad, and and she plays her mother. So I watched that episode, but I haven't watched anything else. It looked like a good show, but it also looked like a show that everybody says is good. So it looks like a show that I would have to really sit down and get into. What I have been watching lately is Siren, Siren, the mermaid series about mermaids. Siren, um, Miss America. Miss America is good. I talked about this last Friday with y'all. Miss America, um, um, and Motherland, Fort Salem. That those three is what I've been watching lately, and that's it. The series mad dope. Story is excellent. What somewhat triggering, but really great. I'll try to get into it once my shows all go off. But then it's about to be June. Motherfucking Pose is coming back. Motherfucking Handmaid's Tale is coming back. So I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I got my shit coming back in June. I guess it was supposed to. I think all that shit is supposed to now. I thought that was the cover art of the show. I think that was the cover art of the show. Is that the series with the mermaid having a child? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, she has a baby in the show. Yep. After I don't want to tell you if you're gonna watch it. I don't want to ruin it for you, but yes, it's the one of the first babies. Is Motherland for Salem Reagan Gomez's show? I am a super fan of Reagan Gomez, but I don't think it's her show. Is it her show? Hold on. I don't think it's her show. She's not in as she's. You think she's not in it as an actress, but you talk about producing it. She was in Queen Sugar. Um, yeah, I don't think Reagan Gomez isn't in not as an actress. I don't know if she's in it as a producer, but she's in it as she's not in it as an actress. I don't. All the actresses in Motherland for Salem are new to me, except for Shirley Ralph, who plays the president. I know Shirley Ralph. Who else is? Yeah, nobody else I know. I don't see it on her Wikipedia, and I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see her being connected to it. Yeah, I don't see her being connected to it as a producer. I don't think I feel like I would have heard about it because she listens to my show. Like she's like a fan. Like she listens to Marsha's Plate like all the time, and I feel like she would have. I've said something about it, so I feel like she would have messaged me. Like we like cool. Like she's one of the celebrities that we inbox each other. Um, I don't have a lot of them. I ain't trying to name drop, but that is one that I do engage with. Um, I haven't tried Handmaid's Tale yet. I heard great things. Handmaid's Tale is, I don't know, it is one of my, Handmaid's Tale is one of the best shows of my life. And that kind of, like, it's, Handmaid's Tale is up there with Game of Thrones for me. Like, there's certain shows that are great. Like, they're just great. And Game of Thrones was one of them, not that last season. Stop playing in my face. But just as a whole body of work, that it's just exquisite. And Handmaid's Tale is like that for me. It's just one of the great shows of my lifetime. I love it. I love it. You can't tell me nothing about it that I don't know. It's just something that I love. Well, they're two different kind of shows, but I'm talking about my taste of what I like shows to be about, how I like shows to be written, the acting, um, that they're two different types of shows. But for me, and what I like a show to do for my spirit and my excitement, just as excited of Game of Thrones um, was about every week I'm sitting down watching, you know, I'm sitting down watching it. I'm like that with Handmaid's Tale. I have to sit and watch it when it comes on. I have to tweet about it, live tweet about it. I have to. It's kind of like Insecure. So Insecure, Game of Thrones, Handmaid's Tale, two, three different genres, but I'm all in. Let me see. Maybe let me see what else. Yeah, one thing I wanted to ask you: if you feel like a guy could get turned out because he's seen gay porn, then couldn't we say he only was straight because he seen hetero? I don't know. I'll explain the question again. So let me read it. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, one thing I wanted to ask you, if you feel like a guy could get turned out because he's seen gay porn, then could we say that he only was straight because he's seen hetero porn? I hmm. So I don't base people's labels, their sexual orientation labels, on what they see. I base it on what they do. So a gay man is not gay until he has gay sex. For me, even if he thinks about it. For me, it's not until you make the act, like you take the plunge. So just looking at gay porn and being aroused by gay porn, but going having sex with women. So if you're a man and maybe I go and look at gay porn and look at straight porn and look at all this kind of porn just to get aroused, and then I go have sex with a cisgender woman, I still think that they're straight. They just are kinky and get turned on by all kind of shit, but they go have sex with women. So I still think they're straight. You're gay when you, well, not, and if they're having sex with women and men, they're bi. They're not gay. They're bisexual. Um, but if you stop having sex with women and because you watch porn, because you watch gay porn and you stop having sex with women and start having exclusive sex with men, then you are gay now. You only like men. And yeah, you may got turned out by some porn, but now you're doing the act. Does it make sense? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, only thing about the last episodes that I liked about Game of Thrones was that Arya got to kill the Night King. That's the only thing I lived for. I didn't live for. I definitely didn't live for Jon Snow killing Daenerys. I didn't live for any of that. That was my late. I just thought that was the worst way to end that series. Hated it. I don't understand why they did that. Um, did you watch the past episode of Insecure? I did. I did. I did. I did. I'm a hopeless romantic, so Lawrence and Issa getting back together is just like, yay! That is that the Pisces in me says, oh, I want them to be, I want them to work and want them to be soulmates, and they just had a problem and then they get work it out. They make each other happy. So I'm that kind of mushy person. So seeing them work it out and go through the shit, break up and go do their thing, learn their shit and come back together. Oh my God, I love those awkward conversations, but where we've worked our shit out. We're not just deep into our anger right then. Um, you know what I'm saying? Because when it first happened, you trying to blame the motherfucker. You should have did this. You was tired. You laying on your ass for years and years and years. But that don't mean you go cheat. And yeah, it's a complicated situation. And even though I liked Daniel better than um, Lawrence, I'm more attracted to Daniel than I am Lawrence. I still what Issa and Lawrence had, even though he was lazy and wasn't shit, he didn't cheat on her. And so I don't that's not enough. I know that's not enough, but I didn't feel like she should have cheated. I feel like she should have let it go. Um, it was just a lot of them going through that complicated situation and then coming back after the anger has subsided and be vulnerable and admit and then get the dick real quick and then go and no commitments. We're just enjoying each other for tonight. That don't mean we gonna get back together and be together and da da da. We admitting that we missed each other. We make each other happy. We admitting what we did wrong. We're admitting what we did right. We're admitting the issues. Cool. And we just gonna get the dick. We're not saying that we're gonna be together, that we're gonna work it out. We're just admitting where we are right now and enjoying the dick. You know. Yes. Let me see. Let's see. I watched straight porn on HBO for years and was unfazed. I was trying to see the dick and ass of the men in the whole time. I used to be so funny how shows like Real Sex tried to hide the men's pieces. You know what? I can say I think there's a lot of people whose sexuality is real fixed. And I also think that there's a lot of people whose sexuality, oh my God, is real mutable. Like things can shift what turns on. And so I used to think that my sexuality was fixed. I like men. That is my baseline attraction. I love men. I love men bodies. I love how their bodies looks. I love penises. I love men, how they that. But real sex actually triggered a desire and a turn on with the functionality of pussy, not women, but how pussy works. The getting wet part, the making women come part, that's kind of sexy to me. Not women's bodies as a whole, not women personalities and that kind of stuff, but the idea of learning how to make vagina come turns me on. And Real Sex actually was the show that triggered that that curiosity in me. I've never messed around with a cis woman or a assigned female at birth person's body, but that's the Real Sex is one of the shows that triggered that curiosity in vagina in me. Me too. I was gushing. I think you're talking about insecure. Yes. Daniel can sit on my face any day. Yes, I love Daniel. The rumor is that Condola is pregnant. The rumor is Condola is pregnant. I wouldn't feel that that was realistic. I wouldn't believe that rumor because Condola seems like a type of woman that would have no problem with getting an abortion. and Condola seems like she's upfront about shit and don't mind. She got all them queer folks around her. She's open. She seems like a more millennial type woman. If Condola got pregnant by somebody that she didn't love, I can see Condola getting an abortion with no problem. I wouldn't love to see a prequel. A prequel of what? We never seen those two actually happy. I love to see the gang in college or something. Oh, insecure. Yeah, actually happy. Oh, well, really? We didn't see them happy. Like in the beginning, the very first season. I thought we saw them happy. I thought we saw them happy and then the breakdown. I love to see the gang in college or something. Well, I would love to see a more in-depth exploration of Kelly and Tiffany's relationship. I know they're not the main character, but I want to see how Kelly and Tiffany became Judy's. It's something about there, it doesn't make sense to me. They seem like they wouldn't be friends. Kelly is too free and Tiffany is too together. Um, I want to know how they became close because it seems like Tiffany's is rooted in like light skinned girl respectability politics, and I would want to know how she became with cool with this so free black fat black girl. And I want to see more Tiffany and Kelly because Amanda Seal is my fave. I love Amanda Seals too. Um, you think maybe it's because vaginal pleasure seems more complex than making a penis bust? No. I think I'm a pleaser, and I like to know I like to know how to please people. And I remember Real Sex had this episode of the Cat House where they were teaching men how to eat vagina, and I'm a person who is turned on by the response of somebody when oral sex is going on, and the visual of the ladies being turned on and getting orgasm turned me on when I was watching it, and learning how to do that would be cool for me. I agree that she would get the abortion. I think she'd let him know about it. Yes, I agree. In the beginning, it was already tense. He was depressed and she was resentful. Okay. Aren't Molly, Tiffany, and Kelly AKAs? Hmm. Tiffany seemed like an AKA. Does Kelly seem like a Delta? I don't know why I feel like she's a Delta. And and Molly seems like a Sigma Gamma Rho. I don't know why. I don't see them all as the same thing. I know Tiffany is very AKA. She's very AKA. But Molly seems like she could be a Delta, but she seemed more like Sigma Gamma Rho, and Kelly seemed like a Delta. And Issa seems like a Delta too. Or a Zeta. Yeah, Issa seems like a Zeta. Yeah, or a Zeta, yes. Molly don't give me AKA. Molly gives me Sigma Gamma Rho. Molly gives me an overachiever. And Sigma Gamma Rhos are usually, for me, the ones that I know are overachievers. But Issa gives me Zeta. Is she a Zeta in real life? Issa a Zeta in real life? Well, I don't think Issa went to college, like in real life. Did she? I thought she dropped out of school, film school. Or dropped out of, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know her background like that. Molly and Tiffany they showed that on season 1. They were at Alpha House where Molly and Issa got tacos. Oh, okay. Yeah, Molly don't give me AKA, but I guess she could. Yeah, okay. Not in real life, but the character, that's what I would guess. Yeah, she's very Zeta. Issa's very Zeta. Yeah, very Zeta. Very, very Zeta. Um, I barely have energy to please a penis, so vagina out of the question. Look complicated down there. That's funny. It actually doesn't. That's a me. It looks quite simple. Real life Issa was at Stanford. I think she graduated. I think she dropped out, y'all. I know she went to Stanford, but I think she dropped out to pursue her career. I think she dropped out. I don't think she graduated. I remember her being at Stanford, but I don't remember. I think she said she dropped out. Yeah, she did. She dropped out. Because she talks about how her African parents was like, what? Her and Molly have that in common. Any new music you've been listening to? Any new music? Oh, I hated that Lady Gaga video. That Lady Gaga, not video, that Lady Gaga album, Chromatic Child. She should have left that on the B side of Art Pop, honey. That is all it's giving. It's giving me like songs that were thrown away from Art Pop. Girl, that album was trash. I don't like any of the songs. I did kinda enjoy 911, kinda, but I literally listened to it twice just to give it some level of chance. I hated it, and I'm a Gaga fan, so I was wanting to like it. Child, she could have kept that. Like I wanted my money back. You know, you like I did not like no damn sour candy. I did not. I did not. I did not like any of the album. Not one song except for Nine. And that wasn't even a like. That was like, oh, this is cute. Okay. The rest of that, I was like, I skip, skip, skip. And I was like, let me listen through. No. I did not. And I was trying so hard. Gaga is one of them people that I'm like, I'ma like them. This is Gaga. Yes, come on. This is Gaga. Baby. I did not live. I did not live for the album. I listened to it twice, all the way through. No, thank you. Real life. Hey, you Brian early. Hey, Brandon, how are you? Yeah, we just kick in. No really plan. Just randomly get on live. Um, yes, you didn't bury the house. Yeah, no, I don't like none of this new dance music. No, my life. In 2007, Dwop graduated from Stanford University with a Bachelor of Science in African American. The word out. I did not know that she graduated. I think she's. I would have to go to find an interview where she was saying that she dropped out, but she might have went back. Anyway, oh good. I just cackled. Yes, it gives me a very pop that ecstasy pill and make out with white boy named Blake at South Beach. All of that narrative that you gave, I hate. That will not be me ever in life. And that's probably why I don't resonate with any of that. I don't want to be at South Beach. I don't want to be with nobody, black or white named Blake. And I don't want to make out and I don't want to pop no pills. Get out of my face. You and Gaga and that narrative. No, thank you. I only like Rain on Me in the video dances. In the video dances, yeah. I love me some Ariana Grande, honey. And I just was like, ooh, they are going to give it to me. Child, I was disappointed. Issa's mom is from Louisiana and her dad is from Senegal. She knew not to play with those people about their degrees. Yes. Yeah, I remember her having a conversation about, her parents being disappointed that she got in the industry. But yeah. Who are your top five black female singers, Diamond? I need to add them to my playlist, if not there already. Okay, oh, this is a good question. Okay, so first, you gotta have Karen Clark Sheard. I love her voice. Um, gosh. Anita Baker. My voices. There are probably people that other people like. Um, uh, Anita Baker, Karen Clark Sheard. I'm trying to pick people that are not obvious. That we know the greats like Whitney. Actually, Whitney wouldn't be on my. Whitney has an amazing voice, undeniable amazing voice, but I don't go to Whitney. Um, I like, yeah, Whitney ain't gonna be. I don't Whitney. I've never bought a Whitney album. I'm I don't know. Whitney ain't really. Whitney is a great, but she isn't. She don't move me. Like it's very few times that Whitney has given me chills. Like the Bodyguard album was a classic, so that is just like her staple. But I ain't never really. She ain't just a person that gave me chills. So Anita Baker, Karen Clark Sheard, Kiki Wyatt. Kiki Wyatt is the first person that has ever given me chills in my life, and she gives me chills all the time. Kiki Wyatt, Brandy. So let's see: Karen Clark, Brandy, Anita Baker, Kiki Wyatt, and um, Rochelle Farrell, and that'll be my top five. So yes, so yes, Anita Baker, Kiki Wyatt, Rochelle Farrell, Karen Clark Shearer, and Brandy. Yeah, those are. If I could never hear no more female voices and just hear them, black female voices, I would pick those five, and I would be content for the rest of my life. I did not talk about AKA Jane Roe. I have watched it. You think that'd be a good topic for a live show? I don't think I've talked about it, so that'd be cute. Yeah, so those are the people that I like. Yeah, people sleep on Rochelle, but Rochelle, like I'm gonna so Rochelle, she's gonna give me the jazz. She gonna give me the strange jazz all over the place runs. She's gonna use her voice to its capacity. She's gonna stretch it. She's gonna bend it. She's gonna do all shit. That shit she does when she was like when she do that little them high little squeaky things. When she's just Rochelle. Like yo, she is the voice, like she is the instrument. It's like you just said, like she is that is an instrument. It's not like I'm just singing. It is I'm showing you what this tool that I have on my neck can do and how I can use it in various ways. That's why I love Rochelle Farrell. It's like I'm gonna give you squeaks and squeals and bends and turns and notes. You're gonna get this. However, I need to sell this song to you, you're gonna get everything that this throat can do. Um, Kiki is classic church girl with agility, and um, she's gonna give you the power, but she also is gonna give you the vocal acrobatics that I love in church girl sound. Um, she can do some new age things, and she can take you on to church. So I love those things when I hear her sing and when I hear her recorded. Karen is gonna give you pure church girl. She's gonna holler. She's gonna be off key sometimes, on key sometimes. She's gonna holler and scream and growl and give you that old school apostolic Kojic sound. So I love it. Brandy is gonna give you smooth ass fucking clean runs and notes. I love runs. Um, she's not gonna give you power like a Kiki, Jennifer Hudson, Kelly Price. She's not gonna give you a power, but she's gonna give you some crisp ass harmonies. She's gonna give you some crisp ass runs. She's gonna give you just it's her voice is like chocolate silk. It's just amazing. It is I her just Brandy is just that big. Anita Baker, she just has that smooth alto. Um her voice is almost like a instrument, like a clarinet, like she's what I would consider a crooner. Like back in the day you had like the Frank Sinatras, you know, she is a female crooner. She is a her tone is warm, it's deep, it's alto, it's sexy, it's sultry, it is, and she got enough range to take you up into the rapture. You see what I'm saying? She is that to make you feel it. She has it. She's just everything. I love Anita. Yeah, Queen, not Beyonce. Oh, boom. Brandy and Anita. Yeah. So those would be if I like Tony. I do like Tony Braxton, But the reason why I like Tony is the same reason why I like Anita Baker. And if I have to choose between Anita and Tony, I'm choosing Anita because Anita has more agility than Tony for me. I don't. There's not enough. She doesn't have the maybe don't have the range. Maybe don't have the range to do some of the things that Anita does. And there's a first thing Monday morning, I'm gonna pack tears away. There's a got no cause to look back. I'm looking for me a better day. She gives every every song, you know, it's Tony. She has a distinct voice. It's not a Tony is going to give you that same sound in every song. It's not that I don't like it. It's that you know this is Tony Braxton, but there are not nuances in the tone in her voice. Like I let it go, let it go, let it go, let it flow, whatever. Everything's gonna work out like you know. It's always that Tony thing. Anita, you know it's Anita, but each song is gonna have a different tone quality. It's gonna have a different the way Anita sounds on Fairy Tales and the way she sounds on um, Sweet Love is totally different than how she sounds on You Bring Me Joy, and totally different than how she sounds. No one in the world's gonna love me. No one in the world gonna love me like you do, baby. She's not. She's gonna give you a different tone. Like when she was wrong with you. Why don't you tell me what you're going through, baby? Um, each song has a different tone in Anita, and I like that. I like it's Anita, but it's a different part of her register that sounds different. It's a different quality. It's just different. It's just different. And Tony doesn't give me that variation. Tony sounds like Tony in every song. If you're talking about just another second, so taking your rain like crazy. Moving on to the back around, it doesn't go the same. She just sounds like Tony. Yeah, it's just and not that it's bad. Tony has a beautiful sound, but it sounds like that every single time she sings a song. And I enjoy the songs that she sings. I enjoy her repertoire. But if I had to choose between her and Tony and Anita, it's going to be Anita because Anita gives me variations within that Anita sound. Um, Anita actually gave her another sad love song. Anita actually gave her another sad love song, her first single. Word out, I did not know that. LOL, Tony Mumble. Yeah, but that's she gives me that. You're making me high, like even. Who do you think I am? You really think I'm not anywhere. It's all the same, and that's not a read. I live for her songs, but it gives me Tony, and it's not enough difference. No one in the world sounds different than caught up. Yeah, caught up in the rapture. No one else can compare. Yeah, it's just different. It's all just different. She just is silk shit. She just tell you, Anita is the one. Is yes. Um, Tony admitted tries to emulate Anita, so you can hear some of that influence, but she has a much more limited voice, which is why she tends to mumble notes. She has a beautiful voice. Yeah, that's Joy. You are totally right. That is it, and it's not that I don't like it. It's just not as agile enough. It is not as there's not enough variation. Hey Camille, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, so those are my top five. Like PQI, Anita. A strong contender is that Kimberell. A strong contender, but and that motherfucking Jasmine Sullivan. Those two, they would be. If I had a top seven, they would be right. Those two. But if I just had to pick top five, I would take out um, Kimberell and take because Kimberell. What I like about Kimberell is mixed between like it's a brandy. Y'all might not hear this, but what I like about Kimberell is a mix between what I like about Brandy and what I like about Karen Clark. So if you put them in one, they don't sound like them two, but what I like about both of them is in her. So that's why I don't need her. Hope that makes sense. And Anita and Jasmine is what I like about Jasmine is her low register, like Anita, but her rhythmic, fast, agile runs like Brandy. So if you put that low register and Brandy together, you have Jasmine. So I don't need Jasmine because I got it together. I got it through Anita and Brandy. Make sense? I hope that makes sense. Kim is problematic, but that voice is not. I'm sorry. I don't fuck with her. She ain't never gonna get no more of my coins. But that voice is my secret. I love her voice. That live version of when she's still fat and she got that wet and wavy hanging down, that live version of I Come to You More. Woo! Woo! Good God. I come to you more than I give. Oh God. Oh, she wore it out. Her Evil Self was my favorite one time. Yeah, I do. But also, that's kind of it's kind of like black men. Like you can be fans of black men, but eventually they're gonna say some problematic shit that you don't like because that's the culture that they was raised in to be men. It's the same thing with church women. I know that motherfucking Karen Clark and Dorinda and the Clark sisters, I love them, but I know that they homophobic. I know if they grew up in the Kojic church, I know they got some homophobic things that they think and say. Honey, I know that if I hear some conversations that they had behind closed doors, that, honey, I know I'm not going to like it. So that's why I don't even go deep. In some of the videos about them, I don't even go deep because I just want to enjoy y'all voice. Shut the fuck up about your politics. I don't want to hear none of that. That's why that Mary, I'm like, y'all, you being a Trump supporter, bitch, you should have just shut the fuck up. I could have just imagined you being late. Honey, I could have just been imagining you being tired, but now that you done confirmed that you're tired, now I can't fucking listen to you and enjoy your voice no more. Oh, baby. They know the queens is gonna get their sound together. That don't mean that they're not homophobic. Oh, honey. Yeah, honey. But it's homophobic queens. Look at that motherfucking Donnie McClurkin. Honey, it's homophobic queens. Honey. So I don't know. They know how to play their game. That's how the church is. They know you go. They know you go. I remember this dude in our city in Indianapolis named Napoleon Williams. Honey, Napoleon. They love Napoleon because he gonna get the choir together. He gonna throw the events that make every motherfucker in the city come. And them motherfucking because the choir gonna be nasty and the singing gonna be nasty. It's gonna be the church gonna be bumping and the motherfucking collection place is gonna be love. So they didn't mind, even though he was gay as hell. He be having freeze curls and stacks and fur coats, gay as hell, gay as honey, gay as Ganymede, baby. And they didn't mind having him because they knew he was going. Them collection places gonna be loved. They knew that he had the musical gift. That's what it was. The church girls don't see it for us, but the church has the talent. Yeah. Um, Erica said, "Don't include me in that mess." That was Tina. Right. Let me distance myself, honey. Right. Freeze curl and fur, baby. He used to wear it out. Freeze curl and fur, baby. It'd be stacked to the guys, and the freeze strips coming out, and he's sitting there. Gay as hell. And everybody looking like, but the choir sound good. He used to have on lime green child. He gay as hell, without question. The whole Tone. Exactly what everything Tone was doing after he got kicked out. Honey, the old Butch Queens of the 90s used to do that all the time. The police used to wear it out. Popo. He was real popular in the Midwest. I don't know if y'all knew him. But he was real popular in the Midwest. He would travel and baby, he was the choir director, honey. He ain't I see he on Facebook now. We friends, but he done totally toned down. He's the old school Butch Queen now, bald head, in slacks and church shoes. Be an old school Butch Queen, honey. Come in the gay club and sit in the back with his fur and his purse. But don't stay too long. He ain't the first one to come in, ain't the last one to leave. Or he'll come and sit in his car in the parking lot so the kids don't see him. But he'll be in church on Sunday. Yes, all of that. Yeah, so who else? I'm trying to think. What about white women? Who are your favorite white women singers? I want to see your top 5 white women. I gotta get a pen for this, honey. Let me see. Okay, white women singers. Tori Kelly, I think, is white Latin. I think she's Latinx, but the white kind, like Spaniard. Um, Let me see who y'all saying. Barbara? Are you talking about Barbara Streisand? Oh, I mean, her voice is nice. Yeah, but Mother Abby Smith, baby. Abby Smith sings. Ooh, I forgot about her, but I don't think she knocks out my top. Um, I said the issue with is this problematic for me to say? Oh well. Do I want to say this? I guess. Look, there are some white singers who I think they only popping. They got real regular voices. Not regular like regular. But they got voices that I've heard before, and just because they in white women, motherfuckers live for it. Adele, Yamba, girl. I feel like those girls' voices are sickening, girl, but I feel like, girl, I heard this before. I've heard this before. I've heard this. If this was a black girl with this voice, she would just be like, "Oh, okay." But because it's a white girl with a voice, it's like, "Oh, she can sing, girl." I've heard this voice before. Okay, Ariana Grande, whatever she is, she's Italian. Definitely Ari. Is Ari my favorite? No. Ari gives me Ari gives me Mariah Carey without soul. Actually, without that, because remember when Mariah Carey used to come when she came out early in her career, there was some songs that she got real motherfucking soulful on. Like someday, hey, hey. She got some songs that she got real churchy on that wasn't just her pop sounding churchy. Her pop sound, it was a little bit more growly. It was a little bit more church heavy. But Aria Grande, her voice gives me the shit that Mariah did in her pop sound. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like she gives Mariah Carey in her pop sound. Like, you know, her runs, the stuff that she do. So I like Ariana Grande's voice, but it doesn't wow me because it feels like I've heard it before through Mariah. Is that an ouch? But that's how I feel. um, Gaga moves me sometimes, but not enough for her to be in my top 5. Christina Aguilera, that is another one that I feel like I've heard her sound before. And if her sound was in a black girl, it wouldn't be that amazing. It would be like, oh, okay, you can sing, girl. But just because you white or whatever she is special. Tina Marie, not to be in my top 5. Lisa Stanfield can sing her ass off, not to be in my top 5. I love Emily King's voice. There's something about her voice that is unique. I like Barbara's voice, but she's not gonna be in my top 5. It's Barbara Streisand's voice is now y'all gonna be like, bitch, what? But why I enjoy Barbara Streisand's voice is exactly why I enjoy Sade's voice. They don't sound anything alike. They make different type of music. But Sade does Sade. And nobody can sound like Sade. That is her lane. It's give you all the love I gotta give you all it. It's plain. It's not a lot of running. It's not a lot of it's just plain. It's just a tone quality about Sade that is so unique and beautiful. And I think that Barbara is like that. Barbara's tone quality is nice. It's not a lot of extra. It's just a smooth, crisp white girl sound. That's cute. Um, let's see. Celine, exquisite. Celine, definitely one of my top 5. Um, Celine is the shit that I like. Celine's gonna give you power. Celine's gonna give you unique runs and agility. That little weird yodeling type of thing. Celine's gonna give you that. I live for it. how she flipped notes, how Celine flips notes is beautiful. Um, Let me see. So I have four. I haven't said them, so I have four. Um, White women. Let me think. Would you compare Sade and Aaliyah's voice? I actually personally don't like Aaliyah's voice. I'm not a vocal fan of Aaliyah. What I liked about Aaliyah is she was sickening. Um, yeah. No, honey, I live for her looks. I live for her combination of, I live for her, whatever she did with Missy and Timberland. I live for that combination, how they worked, they used their production skills and their talents to enhance what she had, the limited vocal ability that she had. I loved that's what she did with R. Kelly. I love that's what she did with that. All right, I think I have my white lists. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, JoJo is a good choice, but JoJo is one of them white girls who I feel like if JoJo was black, she wouldn't be as exciting to people. JoJo's voice sounds like an average black girl that can sing voice. It doesn't sound like some amazing voice. If JoJo's voice was in a black girl, it wouldn't be. It would be, oh my God, she can sing. There's a million JoJos in the church. It's not stand out. Only reason why I stand out is because the voice is on a white girl. To me, Kelly Clarkson, she can sing, and it's unique. Pink, she's definitely not going to be in my top five, but she can sing. I like her voice. Who else are y'all on? Who else? Amy Winehouse. Definitely not in my top five. I don't dislike her voice. All of JoJo's vocal influences are black. Shit, everybody's vocal influences are black. I swear we are on the same wavelength, Camille. All right, so here's mine. My top five white voices. Some of these might surprise y'all, but they're mine. And I picked my top five because I get different things from them. Okay. So of course, Celine. Celine is, I mean, she's Celine. She's my white pop diva. Like, if I erase all, not erase, but if I take the black pop divas off my list, who is left is Celine, Britney Spears, and you know ain't gonna be on nobody's top five list for voices. But I'm talking, but in pop, you know, I like Britney. I like that's white Britney, Christina, but voices. Celine is the only one left. Come on, Bonnie Raitt. Come on now. She's not on my top five, but God, that's a nasty white voice. But Celine, if we're talking about voices, like white voices, Celine, who slays Celine? Who slays Celine? In pop? Nobody. Nobody that's white slays Celine in pop. I'm sorry. You can't. I can't think of anybody. Okay, so my next Y'all might not like this, but her voice is amazing to me. I grew up on it. It's one of her albums. Her albums is one of the albums that changed my life. Like it's one of those musical projects that was like I remember this is a soundtrack to my life. Alanis Morissette. It's something about her voice that does it for me. It is something about Alanis's voice that moves me. And if I'm just doing my white top five, I cannot take her out of my top five. It's just something about Alanis Morissette's voice that does it for me. So she has to be in my top five. Um, who else? Because it's folky, it can rock you out, it can bend, she can give you when we think about just the album Jagged Little Pill, when she's doing when she's singing perfect, perfect, the tenderness of perfect, but the rockiness of the first song on the album, what's that called? Ascension? I can't remember. And when I don't want to be the filler of the void, it's only yours and I don't want to be the glass of single malt whiskey hidden in your bottom drawer. It just, oh, and then the last track, the secret track. I went to your house, walked up the stairs. I opened your door without ringing the bell. Oh, exquisite. Alanis Morris. And then that uninvited, I get chills thinking about uninvited. Oh my God, uninvited from the City of Angels soundtrack. Child, Alanis. Um, I like Jessie J. I can't say she's just one of those white girls. I don't think they have a totally a little bit better. I don't know. It's hard. I don't. She can't be in my top five. I love Jessie J though. It's something about her that's unique. So I don't want to read her, but she's not in my top five. All right. So this one, I mean, you can't have. And this is one of the most amazing voices in the past 20 years of country. In the past 20 years in country music, this is one of the leading voices. So I would have to say Natalie Gaines of Dixie Chicks. Like, I mean, how of country music in the past 20 years, who are you gonna have? Like, that's not all that wasn't already out. I love Sanaya. I scratched her out, but if I had to pick between Sanaya and Natalie, I'm picking Natalie. I love Sanaya's and her. I love, yeah, but I'm not taking Natalie. I'm not taking Shania over Natalie. I'm just not. Right? Her pen game is sickening. Dixie Chick pen game is sickening. When we talk about singing, I just live for Natalie's voice. I don't I like Carrie Underwood, but I don't get what I get from Natalie. And I think it might be song choice. I like Carrie Underwood though. I don't dislike her, but she don't outsing Natalie to me. I like Natalie. Um, old school white singer Dolly Parton. I mean Dolly is honey Dolly. So it has so okay. So that's my top. That's top four. Celine, Alanis, Natalie Gaines from the Dixie Chick, Dolly Parton. It's something about Dolly Parton. She always say she's a soprano. She always is. I love when she's harmonizing. I love when she's harmonizing. The country community is picking Shania though over Natalie. Really? I would have to test that out. I don't believe that. Um, I do like. I like. Yeah. Dolly Parton. I mean Dolly. I mean Dolly. Come on, we can't. Dolly is Dolly. Dolly is like a voice, the country voice. I mean, you don't get more country than Dolly. Who is more country than Dolly? Maybe like Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn maybe is a little bit more country than Dolly, but she kind of like old school country. But Dolly is too. So it's like you don't get more country than Dolly. Loretta Lynn maybe. Um, but yeah, so Celine, Alanis, Natalie, Dolly, and the last bitch on my list as my top 5 white singer. I'm trying to think if there's anybody who I would place before her. Oh my God. I forgot to add Ella on my top 5. God. How could I? Ooh, how can I not add Ella Fitzgerald? Who would I replace? Oh God. On my blacklist. God. I don't know. I have to think about that. I forgot about Ella. Ooh. I don't know who I would replace on my top 5 black female list. Ella. I forgot about Ella. I don't know. I have to think about that. But okay. So my last white top 5. So Celine, Alanis, Natalie, Dolly. This is the one that I'm more uncomfortable with. I'm trying to think of is there anybody else that I would want to replace vocally with this person? I cannot think of anybody else. Get rid of Anita. Ella got her. I don't know if I can get rid of Anita for Ella. Ooh, that is a hard get rid of. Ooh, shit. That's hard. I can't oh, I don't know. I can it's not that they just oh, I can't. You fucking up my brain. So white. So white. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. Um Martina McBride. Martina, okay, yeah, Martina McBride. I love Martina McBride's voice. It's something about her voice that. Oh no! No! Not Martina McBride because there's somebody else that I like. Miss Thing from the Cranberries. That's it. So she would. So Miss Thing from the Cranberries that passed away recently. Whoever Miss Thing from the Cranberries would replace Martina McBride. I was gonna say Martina McBride, but I would replace her with Miss Thing from the Cranberries. Whoever the female lead singer of the Cranberries, her voice, I would replace Martina. So okay, that's what it would be. It would be Celine, Atlantis, Natalie, Dolly, and the lead singer of the Cranberries. What is her name? She just died. Tommy. Her name is Dolores O'Riordan. Yeah, so she just died. Her. So yes, her voice. You don't know her. It's something about her voice that gives me chills and makes me excited. Dolores. Um, I like Faith Hill, but I already have country girls on there that slay her for me. Um, Fiona, I like Fiona, but I already have somebody that slay hers for me, and that's Alanis Morissette. Like if I want that kind of vibe, that alternative rock kind of vibe, I'm not gonna take Alanis. I'm not gonna take Fiona over Alanis. Dolores is from the Cranberries. Yeah, that's what I said. She's the lead singer of the Cranberries. Dolores O'Riordan is I can't pronounce her last name, but it's something. Dolores O'Riordan. So her voice, if those are going to be my top 5 white female singers. Okay, let's do black male. Since we recently had this debate about Chris Brown and Usher. I'm like, what? But okay, of all time black male voices, um, Do we want to just do living? Well, no. We can't do just living. No. In the past 100 years. So let's see. Top 5 male voices. Um. mm, all right. Top 5 black male voices. Oh shit. I already got white people on the list. Let me take these off. Black male. Oh God. I only got 2 so far. Y'all naming people that I do not like. Um, God. Black male voice. Ooh, Jesus. Yes. How do you not take him? One, two, three, four. Huh. Um, all right. So what y'all got so far? What y'all let me see what y'all got in so far. Uh, let's see what y'all got so far. Okay, I see some things that I like, but they ain't in my top 5, child. um, I don't know. Let's see. Um, do I like anybody else? Okay, let's see. Moses Sonny. Moses Sonny is sickening. I like his voice. He's not in my top 5, but I do like his voice. His voice is sickening. And his chocolate ass is fine. Oh God, he's fine. Jesus. That's my type, just in case you didn't know. That's Moses. Ooh, Lord. All right, so we gonna start off with the king. Hey, I just feel like he's the undeniable king of black male voices. Um you don't get better than this. I mean, you got to go with Luther, right? Like Luther is quintessentially um like it's Luther. Like you got to have Luther. Like if you're talking about top male voices, you don't. I mean, you don't get past Luther. I mean, anybody who don't have Luther on their list, I'm not going to trust you. I'm not going to trust your judgment. I'm not going to trust that you know anything about music. I'm not going to trust your ears. If you don't have Luther on your list of top 5, he may not be number 1, but come on, you got to have Luther. Um, so we in agreement on Luther? Yes. Okay. So Luther is definitely top 5. I am going to say for me, for me, I mean, other folks may not like it, but it's one of my top. Joe, all the things your man can't do, Joe. You got his voice is amazing. His range, his tenor. Joe is Joe. Oh my God, Joe is Joe. Like, come on. Like he is the one. I love Joe. So Luther Joe, old school classic. Um, Masculine as fuck. Like his voice is what I consider black male masculinity, and that's Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah, yeah, Teddy Pendergrass. We talk about black male, not white male. Black only black male. So Luther Joe for me, Teddy Pendergrass. It's something about Teddy's voice that is so black masculinity. It just embodies black masculinity. Yeah. D'Angelo sounds too much like Prince for me. Like D'Angelo voice wasn't unique enough. It sounded like Prince. Like he didn't give me yeah, I D'Angelo didn't do it for me. So Luther Vandross, Joe, Teddy Pendergrass. I gotta bring in Usher. Usher gives me the runs and the agility that I like in women in a male version. Like the way the agility that Usher has vocally is what I like in women that men don't always give me. They'll give me the rasp and the masculine, da 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 da. But Usher gives me an agility that is feminine. Not he doesn't sound like a woman, but the agility that a woman has in her running, Usher gives me, and I have to put him on my list of my top 10. Usher. So Luther, Usher, Teddy Pendergrass, Joe, Luther, Usher, Teddy Pendergrass, Joe, and I guess my last one would have to be somebody who's been around for years. Um, Kind of, I feel like he's unsung. I would love to hear unsung, but Rashawn Patterson. Like Rashawn Patterson is one of my favorite male singers. It's just something about him, about his voice, that does it for me. J Moss is good in ones too. Um, yeah, his runs be cute, but he's from the Clark family, so I can see that. But not enough for me to. So yes, Luther, Teddy Pendergrass, Usher, Joe, and Rashawn Patterson are my top five male singers. Yeah, I think Wanye from Boyz II Men, child. No, thank you. It's he can pull off some songs. Some of their songs like gave me chills, but oh no. Um, just hearing him all the time, those runs that he do, this is gonna be shady, but it's not shady. It's just my opinion. Wanye does what Stevie Wonder does to me. They runs be exactly the same, and I like Stevie Wonder as a writer. I don't necessarily like Stevie Wonder as a singer. I like his opinion. His runs be the same to me. Baby, no thank you. Wanye and Stevie Wonder, no thanks. Yeah. Their runs is cute, but it be the same. No. Yeah, so okay. So that's black. What about white? So let's talk about white male singers. White male singers. Who are your top five white male singers? I like Johnny Gill, but he ain't in my top 5. He's in my top 10. White male singers. Ooh, James Morrison is good. Yeah, that's a good one. Not my top 5, but James Morrison. Not crickets. um, Elton John. All right, John B. Who said Stokely? I seen Stokely earlier. Stokely's voice is sickly. He's definitely in my top 10. I don't he's not in my top 5. Let's see. Justin does not give me anything. Justin doesn't give me anything. I have 3. I'm trying to think of 5. Um, Sam Smith don't give me anything. I do like Michael McDonald. Yes, I do like him. But I'm trying to think, is he in my top 5? I have 3. Um, oh, white women. Somebody put Stevie Nicks. She's not in my top 5, but she's definitely in my top 10. Um, uh, who else? Oh, come on now. I got one more. Definitely not no damn Elvis. Hell no. Who the fuck said Elvis? Girl, good child. Child, get out of here. Elvis is a lame girl. Child, boo. Who else? I'm trying to think. Child, girl, Elvis is a late girl. No, ma'am. Oh God. He be trying to do a little something, girl, but not in the air. Honey. Mm-mm. He don't be doing nothing to get him in no top 5. Um, I can't think of 5. I got 4 so far. Um, trying to think of who else did I like. White male singers that I would buy, that I have bought or that I listen to in my collection. I can only think of 4. I'm trying to think of all the genres that I like. Do I have? Yeah, I have that. Um, all the genres that I like. All the genres that I like. I would say. Okay, I got mine. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to hear 'em? Let's see. Michael Bolton, Michael McDonald, George Michael, Billy is black. Billy Ocean is black, yeah. Um, John Mellencamp, that's a good choice. Bon Jovi, that's a good choice, yeah. Those are good choices. Not in my top 5 though. Kenny Loggins. Kenny Loggins. I don't think what song he sings. I don't think I Kenny Rogers. I know Kenny Rogers. I like Kenny Rogers' voice. Robin Thicke, I like his voice too, but he is Robin Thicke is what I said to y'all about the white girls. If Robin Thicke wasn't white, nobody would care about his voice because he just has a regular voice. But because it's in a white boy, it's like, ooh, he got some soul. That's how I think about Justin Timberlake too. They just regular ass singers that you can find on the street. They're not amazing to me. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. So this is not in no order. These are just my top five. I put him first because he is one of the only white dudes who most of their songs give me chills. It's like it's one of them. His voice moves me. Like, oh my God. And that is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Like, it is something about Steven's voice that pulls my heartstrings. That's like, he just has songs that is just, Steve, I got to have Steve. If I'm talking about white male voices that move me consistently, Steven Tyler has to be on the top of my list. Yeah, because from the 80s to the 90s to 2000s, yeah, Steven Tyler has always had songs that move me. So Steven Tyler is one of my top five. This is quite a new voice, but his voice is so unique and remind me of some, I don't want to say it sounds like a black person because it doesn't. He has a very, very unique voice, but his unique voice definitely has some soul roots, and he got some good agility, but it's something about his tone that's very, very unique, and I love it. It is something about his voice I love, and that would be Adam Levine. Adam Levine's voice is something about it that it just does it for me. Like, I really like his voice. I really like his sound. It's unique. I can't think of somebody that he sounds like, but I like it. I love Adam Levine. So Steven Tyler, Adam Levine. I mean, I can't have a top five male singer without talking about Sting. I mean, top white male singer, Sting. Like I've, throughout my life, Sting has been somebody that I hear his voice, I hear what he's trying to do. I love the versatility in his sound. It's smooth. It's I just like Sting's voice. It's something calming about Sting. Yeah, it's something about Sting that I like. Who said Justin Bieber? Child, get out of here. The lead singer of the Bee Gees is my fourth choice. So I think somebody earlier said Gibbs. I had wrote it down already. And anything Gibbs, I hope that's what you were talking about. The Bee Gees, their male, their lead, maybe not even just their lead, but the Gibbs brothers, their voice is amazing. I love their voices. They move me. I like their use of falsetto. I love that. So, yeah, I just like their voice. And I guess my last one, it was really hard coming up with a fourth, but I was gonna write his name down, but I was trying to think of other people that I could have thought of before I wrote it down. But he keeps coming up. Eric Clapton. Yeah, something about Eric Clapton's voice that makes me feel loved. I love Eric Clapton. So that would be, I think that those are my top five. Steven Tyler, Adam Levine, Sting, the the Gibbs brothers, and Eric Clapton. Yeah. Who's the Barry or Andy? I like Barry. I used to like Eric Clapton, yeah. They don't play around with the harmonies, and those falsettos were clear, absolutely clean and clear. Those harmonies is cute. Yeah, I love them. Yeah, I was trying to think of a alternative rock male sound like the dudes who sung Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come? And oh, Green Day. Oh, the lead singer of Green Day, man. Do I ever want to replace Eric Clapton with him? Gosh, that's a hard choice. The lead singer of Green Day. What is his name? Whoever the lead singer of Green Day is, I like his. He's one of my favorite. But do I want to replace him with Eric Clapton with him? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know if I want to replace Eric Clapton with him. No, I have Steven Tyler, Adam Levine, Sting, the Bee Gees brothers, and Eric Clapton. That's it. That's five. Green Day is good, but I don't know. It's something about his voice that I liked. I liked his songs. Um, but I don't know if I'll take up. I'll replace Eric Clapton with him. Definitely not replacing the Bee Gees. Definitely not replacing Adam. Definitely not replacing Sting. Definitely not replacing Tyler. Tyler. I guess Steven Tyler would be my number one male voice. Can I stick to that? Yeah, my number one white male voice. Yeah, I'll stick to Steven. He's the only Steven Tyler is the only one on this list that consistently I can go back to a song and he can pull my emotions out. So yeah, I can definitely. Steven Tyler is the one. If I'm talking about white male singers for me, that has consistently made me cry and made me get chills and moved me through a song. Yeah, I gotta say Steven. The rest of them, it isn't about them totally moving me through a song. It's about how their voice sounds to me. So like Adam, how his voice sounds, I love it. It's so unique. Sting, same. Sting is like vocal chiffon. It's just soft and flowy. It's just something about it's a male soft, a softness that I really love. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to that. Not pink. Yes, that's cute. Yeah, so yeah, I like that. So those are the male voices. Okay, y'all want to do one more? We had 2 hours. Shit. What about Okay, so we got the female, male, based on race. Um, okay, let's do top five girl groups. Ooh, do love me some Pearl Jam, but I don't think it would be in my top five groups or ensembles. Give me an example of an ensemble, of a girl ensemble. That's different from a group. TLC ain't no group. What's the difference between ensemble and group, child? Okay, so I have some of these y'all not gonna know. Some of these y'all not gonna know. Come on, Patty, Gladys, and Dion. Yes, I remember when they did an album together, but no. So top five. Gosh. I have three. I have three already. That you can't take them out. Mm, um, trying to think of. Oh, I did love Brownstone, but I don't know if I would make them in my top five. I think I have my top five, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of who I would replace. Not Mocha Self Child. Not Mocha Self, girl. You made me have them once, but I had them all the time. Ow. What's kissing you is I've been thinking now. Total. Kissing you is good, good. Okay, let's see. I see Escape. I'm trying to think. Would Escape replace anybody? No. Destiny's Child, Total. Um, girl group, Spice Girls. Interesting. They wouldn't be in my top five. Prince wrote "He's Mine" for them. Um, the ensemble. Oh, so that would be an ensemble. The '90s Christina Aguilera. That would be an ensemble. No, they weren't a group. I would consider them. Yes, they're an ensemble, but no, I'm talking about groups that were together as a group. Not we did a song together. Um, all right. So y'all ready? Okay, let's see. All right, so three groups that I wrote down immediately because it don't matter. You have to have these to me. And for me and my taste, you have to have, when we're talking about the top girl groups of all time, there's no way, for me, you cannot include these three to me. First of all, In Vogue, as I have seen so many people who have put, you cannot talk about girl groups without talking about In Vogue. Like In Vogue is, come on, come on. Also, old school. We wouldn't have an In Vogue without having these. The Supremes. You cannot talk about girl groups without talking about Diana Ross and the Supremes. You can't. Supremes. And for me, you may not like this genre of music, but you can't talk about girl groups without talking about the Dixie Chicks. Sorry. Honey, the Funky Divas, the Supremes, and the Dixie Chicks, those are involved. Those are the three girl groups of honey. Those are my top three. So I needed to pick two. So I needed to pick two out of my life that were other than those three, Dixie Chick, In Vogue, Supremes, that were my top girl groups that musically were my bitches. So if I had to pick, two more in my life who made an impact on me, gosh, I only have two spaces, which makes it hard because I wrote three different ones and I'm trying to decide which one. I would have to go with, so Dixie Chick, In Vogue, Supremes. You cannot talk about girl groups without talking about them. You can't. So Destiny's Child. I mean, I mean, girl groups in the past 20 years, you can't talk about in the past 20 years, it has to be, it has to be Destiny. Destiny Child. Has to be. Has to be. In the past 20 years, like post In Vogue, who who else? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it has to be Destiny Child. So Dixie Chicks, In Vogue, Supremes, Destiny Child, they're not in different orders. They're not in no best or worst order. Dixie Chick, In Vogue, Supreme, Destiny Child. And this was hard because I had two different ones. It's two different ones. I like the Pointer Sisters, but they wouldn't be in my top five. Um, there's two groups that, I mean, that dominated the 90s. One of them dominated more, but one of them I liked more. I don't like Danity Kane. Didn't hate them, but they're not going to be anywhere near my top five. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Let me see. So my top, so that's my top four: Dixie's, In Vogue, Supreme, and Destiny Child. It is two groups that you cannot talk about girl groups in the 90s, like the decade of the 90s, from 90 to 2000s, the whole decade that topped the charts that were, it's two groups that topped the charts. It's only two. Oh, and it's hard for me to pick between these two. One was more successful, but one I love more. Can y'all guess? Can y'all guess who it is? Can y'all guess the two that I'm battling between? 90s girl groups. One was more successful, one was not, but I like this one more. 90s girl groups. It's two that I'm trying to just take in my last spot. Somebody said TLC. That's one. Who was the other one? That's it. It's only two that it could be, SWV or TLC. That's the only it could be. So I think I'm going to go with SWV. I love TLC, and they outsold and outperformed and outdid SWV. But for my personal taste, if I had to choose between SWV and TLC and their catalog, although TLC outsold them, I know they did, but I'm going to pick SWV. I'm going to pick SWV. So I will have to go with SWV. I love T-Boz voice. I love the aesthetic of TLC and what they talked about in some of their songs. But if I have to go with full catalog, that I enjoy, I'm going to go with SWV. So yes, Dixie Chicks, In Vogue, Supreme, Destiny Child, and then SWV. SWV had a sickening catalog. You mean you love Coco? Yeah, I do love Coco. She was the voice, but but they were a group, honey. The voices was over there with the sisters' voices. Yes, the voices, the voice. Because Coco was the only singer. TLC might been more successful, but they got paid in Toyota RAV4s. Get out of here. Well, no, I want to read. I was about to be like, well, since SWV is Coco and them, I guess Destiny Child will be Beyonce and them. But we know Kelly can sing. Michelle can do her Kojic back, choir vocals. Yeah, so it is what it is. Well, I'm trying to be kind. Yes. So, okay. So, yes, girl groups. Okay, so this is going to be the last one I'm going to get off here because we're not here for 2 hours. This is going to be the last one. So, male groups. top male groups, no race, just whatever your top male groups are. Top male groups. And it's going to be the last one, then I'm going to go play my game. So, all right, top male groups. I'm going to do not them ain't no groups. Oh, they were. They did. Did they make a group? No. Um, top male groups. Oh, y'all got me. Oh, let's see who y'all got. So let's see. I see the Winans, the Jackson. Ooh, Jackson 5. You can't. You think when you think about male groups, you do think about them. I can't say that they're my favorite on my top 5 list, but yeah, I see why you think of them. New Edition. Oh, New Edition is 62, but I can't say that they are on my top 5 list. Let me see. Groups. And we talk about singers. Don't be saying no rap groups. Not Chris Cross. If you don't get out of here, Deshaun. Nigga said Chris Cross. back here. So. Okay. Let's see. Come on, Whispers. Old school. OJ's. Come on. Not New Kids on the Block, child. Y'all trying it. Y'all are trying it. Temptations. Commissioned. Commission was church. I like Commission, but I don't know. I like Commission. I won't say they were my top 5 though. I do like Commission though. LSG, Rude Boys. Top 5 groups. Damn. All right, I have mine. Oh, Blackstreet. Oh, I love me some Blackstreet. But I only love Blackstreet because of Dave Hollister. And Dave Hollister was on my list of top male singers, but I took him off for somebody. But because he's not in my top 5, he's in my top 10. Come on, Morris Day of the Times, Isley Brothers, Backstreet, and Commodores. All right, I think I have my list. I think I have. I think I have my list. If I do I want that? Yeah, I think that I have. I think I have. I think I have my top 5. Do I have my top 5? Who else? Let me think of all the people that I like. Um, did nobody say Rolling Stones? That's Rolling Stones ain't in my top 5, but a lot of people say Rolling Stones. See those Shy and H Town people, I don't feel them. I've seen somebody say Jodeci. I do like Jodeci, but I don't think they're in my top 5. They're in my top 10. I need. There's one that I'm not for sure about, but I have them on my list. I have them on my list. Okay. But I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who dominated in the 90s that was a boy group. That was Jodeci, wasn't it? Jodeci was the top 90s, but let me see what boy group dominated in the 80s. That was more like rap. Woo! This is fun. We might do this for something else. Um, I do not like Jagged Edge or 112 for me. Stones are the top 10. Drew Hill. None of those 90 people, like those 90s people, late 90s, early 2000s. I don't like any of those boy groups. I don't like any of them. I like specific songs, but I don't like their body of work as a whole. Okay, so I think I have them. There's one that I'm not 100% for sure. Who is the ones that sing, I only think of you on 2 occasions? Let's day. It's Babyface, but what group was that? Let's day and night. Didn't they have a song? If I could be with you, only you can make it right. What group was that? I know it's like I know Babyface wrote that. But what group was it? That was after seven. After seven, okay. Um, this is something take me back so before my time. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that was my sickie. Okay. So all right. Here's this is so. This is it. This is it. It is the deal. Come on, deal. I don't know. Come on, milestones. I don't know who sings it, but that's my jam. But I don't like them as a total group. Okay, so here we go. So I already told you how much I love this white man's voice, and he was a part of a group. So of course I'm gonna have him on my list. So Aerosmith. Aerosmith is one of my favorite male groups of all time. Blah. In the story, they're gonna always be on my list. And when we talk about male groups, Aerosmith. Um, this lead singer of this group did not make my top male list, but their group makes my top. His group makes my top male list, and that would have to be Mint Condition because he's in my top 10 male vocalists. But his group definitely has to be, even with that one little album they did. You Send Me Swinging, child. They're Pretty Brown Eyes. I mean, those are some of my classic male group songs, and I can't get them. You know, Mint Condition is my everything. Um, you cannot talk about male groups without talking about these. There is no way that we talk about male groups in history that you cannot not talk about these. Like they are like the best male group of all time in regards to like classic songs, standing the test of time. Like it's no way that you can not mention these people in male groups, and that would be the Temptations. You cannot talk about male groups and not consider the Temptations or their influence or like Temptations. Come on, like you have to male groups, Temptations. That's synonymous. So the Temptations, Mint Condition, Aerosmith, Temptations. You can't talk about 90s male groups without bringing these people up. You can't, when we talk about 90s domination of male groups, you can't not mention them. And I don't like, I might not like his voice individually. I do like it, but not on everything. But yo, you can't talk about male groups without talking about Boyz II Men. Yeah, Temptations, and when we talk about male groups, Temptations is like Luther in male singers. When we come to Earth, Wind, and Fire. So yeah, so Boys to Men, you can't talk about boy groups without talking about Boys to Men. They have to be a contender. They have to be in something. Come on, Gerald Levert and Eddie, Daddy and Brother group. Were they in a group or they just were solo artists working together? Um, and my last is what Salted just said: Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was gonna say Tony, because I really like them. But when I thought about Earth, Wind, and Fire and their whole song choice, their whole body of work, Earth, Wind, and Fire is a classic boy group. Like they have so many classic songs. They have so many, just their songs is black joy, person, not even personified, but in audio form. Like you put a Earth, Wind, and Fire classic song on in a group of black people, baby, that it immediately changes the tone and the mood of the room. So yeah, so I would say Aerosmith, Mint Condition, Temptations, Boys to Men, and Earth, Wind, and Fire. I like the Gap Band. But they're not in my top five. So these five would be in my top five: Aerosmith, Mint Condition, Temptations, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Boys to Men. Yep. Yep. I love. Earth, Wind, and Fire has a song for every occasion. Making love. They got a song for being happy. They got a song for the cookout. They got a song. Yes. Yes. Love. So that is good. Oh, that was fun, y'all. All right, so let me go over. So my top. Okay, yeah. I like my choices. Yes. All right, y'all. Well, make sure y'all stay hydrated. Make sure y'all are eating good and eating well. Make sure that y'all are I talked about this on make sure you got thumbs up. I talked about this on our Marshall's Play Instagram. Make sure you washing your tail just because you sitting at home, quarantined or trying to stay out of this protest bullshit and all these images and shady images of people getting wore out or wearing out somebody. Make sure you washing your tails and you know keeping your body clean and healthy, eating right inside and out. Make sure that you are disengaging when you need to and engaging when you need to. Make sure that you prioritize your self care, double up on it. Make sure you really are doing something fun to get. That's why I got on here this early in the damn morning because I wanted to talk about stuff, and y'all have made me feel really good. Um, Um, yeah, I just want to talk about something light and fun and not no heavy ass shit that you know, I've been talking about heavy shit all fucking weekend because of what's going on in the world. But I wanted to talk about something light and fun. And music always makes me happy because that is my thing. If you like music and you want to follow music that I create, then you can follow Diamond Styles on SoundCloud. I put all my music on SoundCloud. I have some things that I'm working on now. Cute little thing that I think y'all gonna love. I think I showed y'all a little bit. I did a remake of Karen White's Superwoman. That's really jazzy and fun. That I'm gonna put out soon. I love it. Um, yeah. So yeah, Friday, Brandon, we are going to be talking about some heavy stuff. We're going to talk about, we're going to go in a little bit more on the protest that's happening and this trans woman that got attacked within this conversation. The duality of being a queer Black person and navigating, stuff like that. So that's gonna be a heavy conversation on Friday. We're not gonna talk about any specific show. Somebody, I think, did you suggest it? Somebody suggested, AKA Roe versus Wade. I just watched that maybe like 2 days ago. AKA Jane Roe. I might do that next Friday. Not this Friday coming up, but the one after that. I might do that then, and we can talk about it. Yeah. But yeah, okay, y'all. Yes, I'm not gonna leave this up. I'll leave it up for like a couple of days and take it down. But yes, I'll see y'all Friday. I'll always get on between 7 and 8. Not at exactly 7, but I try to get on by 7. No earlier than 7, but no later than 8. So it could be like 7:30, it could be 7:45, it could be 7:15, and that is Central Standard Time, my time. I try to get between 7 and 8 is when I try to aim for. I try not to do no later than 8 and no earlier than 7. So look out for me Friday. If you like podcasts, listen to Marsha's Plate. I got to give y'all my spiel. Marsha's Plate, we release an episode every Thursday. You can find us on every platform from Stitcher, Google Play, Heart Radio, Pandora. We actually was one of the first podcasts on Pandora. Actually, groundbreaking. Before it was open to all, we were exclusively on there for about 6 months. Pandora, you can find us on iTunes, you can find us on Stitcher, you can find us on Soundcloud, you can find us on Luminary, you can find us on anywhere that you listen to podcasts. You can search for Marsha's Plate. That's Marsha as in Marsha P. Johnson, and plate as in a plate of food, because we serving you up Black trans talk. You can find us anywhere there. What else? Am I leaving out anything? Let me think of some things that are coming up. We did a guest spot on, I think y'all like this. We did a guest, if you like podcasts, we did a guest spot on Sex with Strangers. It's a podcast called Sex with Strangers. We did an episode with them, and it's really, really good. Sex with Strangers, but with Chris something. I can't remember his last name, but Chris something. White guy, cool. He has some great questions. Trying to think of what's coming up. There's a lot of shit coming up, a lot of Zooms. Would y'all want to participate in a Zoom or anything like that? If y'all want to do that, let me know, and I can set up something just for us to, just so I can see y'all faces if y'all interested. I'll come up with a theme and I'll post it on our, not my Instagram, not Diamond Styles, but Marsha's Play. I'll put something up. But we can do like a Zoom together where everybody can talk. And the last time we did it, it was so fun. We played Guy Hates Charades, and I was giving out cash out prizes to people, and it was so funny. And it was so fun and funny and exciting, and we did it, and it was like, I don't know, was it like 10 of us? We did that, and it was exciting. So but it was in Zoom, so everybody could talk and guess and all that kind of stuff. It was fun. We had Jay from Tea with Queen and Jay there. We had Mark. I don't know if y'all know Mark Anthony. He used to have a YouTube channel called Burn the Receipt. Yeah, we did all kinds of stuff. It was super fun. And anybody who got stuff right, we were giving cash out prizes out. Not a bunch of money, but something to make it fun and exciting. Yeah. So anyway, yes, if y'all be down, let me know. Follow me on Marsha's Plate Instagram. Anytime there's some type of event that I'm doing, I always promote it on there. I don't promote it on my Diamond Styles, because I don't know why. I don't promote stuff on there. I don't know why. Yeah. Anyway, but I do. I like to separate my social medias to business and personal. Diamond Styles is my personal. I post whatever I want. In business, when I want to promote events, that Marsha's Plate. So anyway, yes. So follow Marsha's Plate. That's where I put events or things that I'm doing just for fun. And make sure you hit the notification bell here. So anytime I go live, you have it. And I'm live. So if I do random lives like this, you'll get a notification. What else? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Notification bell. What else? I'm trying to think of all the stuff. I never do this stuff right. I always forget stuff. But yes, thank y'all for being here for not almost, for 2.5 hours who have. And y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself and be blessed. Love y'all.